Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday. It is March the 12th, and we're taking a look at SPY. What do you know? It started reversing at 1618. Now, where did it come into? It lost the pivot and began to bounce off support level 1. We can see that right here. All of a sudden, things started rolling like this. All of a sudden, I started seeing tweets, and they were like, record numbers of short, blah, 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 whatever. People trying to, short the market ahead of time. Look at the volume on the end of the day. Here's what I got to tell you. It's awesome to get in front of a trade when you're right. All the other times, it's really bad. So here's what I'd like to recommend. As we take a look at this, we could very well be pulling into here. But this is a kind of market that I am so light into the close because I have no idea whether it's going to shoot to the moon or fall to the basement. I've got no clue. And so, because I think it's uncertain. In general, however, if I pull in, hold support level 1, and end the day at my pivot, I have a pretty good shot of coming into the next day with positive traction. All right? Now, let's take a look down here. We've got the SMI. It is rolling, but it is in positive trending territory. This also rolling, just a little bit negative. Let's expand these a little so that you can see the formations with the SMI and the DPO, which I love. All right, so here it is. We're sitting, well above the zero mark. This thing could inflect easily. Notice, see this dip right here? That's not a rollover space. That's a pullback into support and a working off of oversold formations, overbought formations, excuse me. Same kind of thing right here, right? And if it inflects and holds, we've got ourselves more upside action. The standard space is going to be the midline between 1618 and 200, right? And so how do we set up tomorrow? What do we do, right? 200 is probably going to be somewhere around R4 here. How do we look at this and say, okay, what do I need to trade tomorrow? It's super simple. If you hold over, I'd say this level, 155.80, you're going to go up the next 30 cents, probably going to move up here. What we could be in the middle of is sideways action as we work off some of these overbought levels and flatten ourselves out. All right, we could also be coming into the VWAP on the monthly. And so that would mean there's even more of a pullback into this space. But here's how we do it. We're above this 155.80. We can take it long, start inching into the 156.10 again. If it holds the region, you're just fine. You move your stop up to break even, you're in great space. If we fail the pivot, we've got to get all the way to support level 1. If we fail support level 1, we'll be quite a bit in between this area and this area. That's the weekly and the monthly VWAP. Very likely that we start coming right back into this space. If it's a failed breakout, it's going to lose this midline event and come right down into 127.2. If it does not want to reverse all the way and it's going to hold that event, it's going to come in. But see, the place you do not want to trade is in between these VWAPs because they can get very, very choppy. Okay, so you don't want to sit in there and say, all right, I'm making a decision and it's going from here to here. Pay attention to that event. This area, I think, this midline event where S2 is really where I think support action should hold if this line in the SPY is going to continue to the upside. All right, so that's what we're looking at very easily. We can see the break of, well, you know, it's kind of sloppy right there, but I believe the loss of 155.23 is going to give a shorting action. The breach of 155.80 is going to give us long action. All right, in between, no fly zone. Have a good day.